Hey guys, you like hazmats? How about this hazmat? Old Dominic hazmat. Let's get into it. So recently at the latest spillway event here in 2026, I acquired this bottle, and from what I understand, they only do this once or twice a year, give or take, so it is a very limited run from Old Dominic. But what is this? Let's dive into it. So this is Old Dominic Hazmat Straight Tennessee Whiskey, coming in at 145.22 proof. Mash bill of 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley, and does undergo the Lincoln County process. Typical Old Dominic cask strengths come in around 6 to 8 years old. I don't know if this has a higher age statement or what makes this hazmat over the rest of their offerings, but it is the same mash bill as their standard Tennessee whiskey, so let's dive into it and see what it's all about. I will be using the biggest rim glass I have for this. If you don't know, high proof whiskey. Drink it in a wide rim glass. Actually makes it a little easier on your nose. So we're gonna let this sit for about 15-20 minutes, let it air out a little bit. All right, so this has been sitting for about 15 minutes or so. I'm super excited to get into this. I have had a sip of this when I first opened it for one of the little shorts I filmed. So really looking forward to really sitting down and diving into this. So on the nose. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is so sneaky. If you were to ask me what that is, I would say it's probably around 120, 125, 128 proof. And you don't really get an ethanol burn at all until you really get a good breath in. And even then it's on the 3/4 to. So on the nose, you get lots of oak presence, more of a dry oak. You can tell that it's a dry type oak. Definitely some baking spices, some rye spices there. There's a nice sweetness there that I can't quite place what that is because that oak is right there with it. So I would call that a sweet oak. Except there's a lot of charred oak barrel influence here. I don't want to say marshmallow and I don't want to say chocolate, but the nougat that's inside of like a Three Musketeers bar or something like that, that vanilla, that nougat center, and oak, I think is kind of what I'm getting. And some baking spices and some rye spices in there as well. That is layered, dark, complex. Again, this is probably one of those you can sit down with for a very long time and continue to discover it. So let's get this on the palate and see how bad she burns. Okay. First sip of the day. Whew. All right. Definitely a rush of proof over your tongue. It doesn't sit there long and it dissipates fairly quickly. So by the time you get the mid palate going, the burn is all but gone. And now you're just getting great mouthfeel on this, super oily, almost a velvety type texture to it once that proof burns off. And now you're left with this toasted kind of marshmallowy puff thing, and that sweet oak, but is a little bit of a dry sweet oak as it finishes out. But my mouth is still salivating from that first sip. Very small sip, I mind you. Profile, that flavor is continuing on. That finish goes for miles on this. That's really nice, really well done. Super, I mean, that is a bold drink. This is giving me vibes of a very good Jack Daniel's single barrel proof right now. Except with the single barrel proof ryes from Jack, on the nose you get a little more, I would say a little more rye impact. And of course, you know, you get the banana notes, but this doesn't have any of that. And now that I've said banana, I taste banana. God dang it. Don't say banana when you're trying something like this, because now you're going to get banana. Whether it was there before or not, I don't know. It's there now. The power of suggestion. All right, let's go for sip 2. That is so good. That is just so good. Bold. There's a little bit of a nuttiness on the finish now. I want to say a cinnamon note, but definitely, I mean, it's just kind of popping up in my head there. But definitely more fruit now on the finish, mid palate to finish, some dark fruits, something like that. You definitely get that rush of proof when you first take that sip, but it dies off fairly quickly, fairly evenly. That's surprisingly well balanced, oaky, little sweetness. I don't even want to say banana, but it's there, but I think I put that in my head. There's a toasted kind of, not a marshmallow, but a marshmallow fluff or something like that, probably relating to the vanilla. There's a dry oakiness on the finish, but it's not off-putting or anything like that. There's some nice dark fruits there in the mix, figs or dates or something like that. Mouthfeel on it is superb. That is really nice. That's a really nice mouthfeel on it. If I didn't mention, this was a $27 bottle. So where else can you get a $3.75 of a Hazmat quality product for under $30? It's a buy all day. I'll buy a case of these. That's freaking good. Well done, Old Dominic. Very well done. So that's all I can say about this one. Super great product. Well done, Old Dominic. The packaging on it is also really cool. I mean, it really leans into the whole hazmat aspect of it. I can't recommend this bottle enough. So yeah, I don't know. This is very limited availability from what I understand. I don't even know where you can get one of these. They just happen to have them at the Spillway event. So I don't know if these are readily available on shelves, if they're distillery only, I don't know. So yeah, definitely search these out if you can. If you see one of these, it's a buy all day for me. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. I'm here to entertain, so let me know in the comments if you've seen this bottle, if you've had anything like this from Old Dominic, and what do you want me to compare this to? There's some Jack Daniel's single barrel proof sitting back there that would pair up nicely with this. So let me know down in the comments what you want to see. So until the next video, guys, cheers, y'all.